This is Scott Cosenza with Gabby Fiorino for Liberty Nation TV and LibertyNation.com. And we're talking today about some developments in the opioid crisis in America and some actions that the FDA want a company who has, a legal opioid on the market that they want to remove from the market. Can you tell us about that, Gabby?
Yeah, so the FDA is threatening to withdraw approval for endopharmaceuticals Opana ER. Opana ER is a long-lasting opioid painkiller, uh, and the FDA is saying that Opana ER is causing the hepatitis C and HIV outbreak.
And how is it causing it? I mean, this is an opioid. Opioids don't cause bloodborne transmission of disease, right? So what's happening there?
So Opana ER was modified in 2012 by Endo Pharmaceuticals. They modified the drug because it was being crushed and snorted. So after modification, they labeled the drug as being crush resistant and having poor syringeability, which means it's resistant to aqueous extraction. So what's happening now is the product is mislabeled and patients are actually crushing and snorting and intravenously injecting the medication. So from sharing.
So they're able to use it just like heroin, basically, right? They chop it up, they cook it, and then they inject it into their veins to get the opioids into their system. Is that pretty much where
Yes,
things stand?
exactly. So they're sharing the needles, the infected needles.
Okay, and that's what's caused the outbreaks.
Yes, exactly.
So now tell us, if you would, about the status, legally speaking. The FDA, in certain instances, does have the power to demand the withdrawal of drugs from the marketplace under their police power, but it seems like that is not what's occurring here, right? We have a some sort of request for quasi-voluntary cooperation. Is that as I understand it?
Yes, exactly. So the FDA is requesting for Endo Pharmaceuticals to voluntarily take Opana ER off the market. Endo Pharmaceuticals recently responded to the FDA stating that they will not take the product off the market, and so there may be a lawsuit against the FDA.
And we're talking pretty big money here, right? For Opana, is it Opana? They tell us about the financial implications of them losing the ability to sell this drug in America.
So Opana ER is about 14% of Endo Pharmaceuticals' total revenue. Um, So if the drug was taken off the market, it would be a big hit for the company financially.
One thing I thought was interesting about the article, and I didn't realize there was a distinction here, but there seems to be a very important distinction between crush resistant and abuse resistant in terms of these drugs. What's the difference, and how is it important?
So Opana ER is labeled as abuse resistant, tamper resistant, and it turns out that those medications are supposed to be crush resistant and resistant to intravenous injection. The product is mislabeled to where patients can actually crush it and cook it to abuse the medication.
Is there another drug on the market that accomplishes the goal of being able to deliver opioid pain relief, but uh, present a burden to people who wish to use it for satisfying their addiction to opioids?
Um, Pretty much all prescription opioids on the market can be abused. We have opioid receptors in our bodies because we make natural opioids for pain relief. So, what these prescription opioids do is they bond to certain receptors in the body that cause physical dependence and feelings of reward. So, when taken as prescribed, Opana is actually effective, just like other opioid medications, and doctors are um, actually wanting the drug to stay on the market because it's effective.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Gabby, for this interesting report for Liberty Nation TV and Gabby Fiorino. This is Scott Cosenza saying thank you for tuning in. Bye bye.